Who do you think will likely be RLCS champs if you had to bet? I have no idea. Wait, my nose is itching. Alright, we're back. No, I understand. I understand why it's cheaper about fuel or because of fuel or whatever. But my initial thing was like, if you just had nicer seats, then people would actually be more willing to go on your airline. But if it's the case that like it makes them pay more in fuel and shit, then that makes complete sense. But if literally, if you didn't have to think about fuel, and the cost of a nice seat was, say like, oh shit. Cost of a nice seat was, I don't know, 50 more bucks for each seat. It's probably still worth it for you to get those nice seats on your plane, because you're going to be selling those seats a lot more than that initial cost, you know? Because granted, I'm probably never flying Frontier ever again if I don't have, or if I can avoid it. Now, if they had nice seats, I probably would actually consider it. But their whole like, we flew Spirit to Vegas, and Spirit wasn't bad at all. I actually liked Spirit. Yeah, but I didn't have like a delay or they didn't cause me any problems and shit like that. Because I know people get a lot of problems with them, from what I've heard. But yeah, Spirit was nice. Also, let me just say this as well. They wouldn't call it first class, but I flew first class in Spirit for 15 extra bucks. And I felt like a beast. Don't fly Ryanair. They played victory music on landing. Jesus. That's what you got called King Cozy. You still have 5 inches of legroom? No, I had plenty of legroom. Ever flew business? Besides Spirit Airlines? No, I've never flown business. Actually, wait, no, I did. I did one time. I flew business, I don't remember which airline it was, though. But it was after... What was it? I booked a same-day ticket from, Summit, RL Summit or whatever. And it was actually super cheap. And then business was super cheap as well, so I just upgraded myself. I don't really remember specifics, but it wasn't bad. It was probably like United or something. I think it was United. It was nice. Most expensive flight? I don't know. I don't book my stuff usually. Most expensive one I booked was probably France. Or at least from what I can remember. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have gone for that boost. Super cheap for being same day or super cheap in general? Both. I'm pretty sure they were just trying to book it because I don't think it was full. Oh wait, JetBlue's actually, I forgot about JetBlue. JetBlue's nice. I like JetBlue. Oops, my bad. Never mind, I'm sick. JetBlue is low-key nice. Virgin is nice. I've never flown Virgin Airlines. Fuck. Every time I go on a trip, I use JetBlue. They're really good. Usually, what I end up doing is I literally just search for a flight on like Skyscanner, and it'll usually just find like the cheapest way to get there. I went to, this is one of the reasons I hate Americans so much. Well, okay, they just fucked me over, dude. But the one specific one that I remember was, it was like, yeah, I went to Phoenix to visit family. I can't remember if it was, like, during Christmas or whatever. But, fuck, I honestly can't remember how this happened. So I had my fucking ticket to go, and then, like, hold on, let me just finish this game or some shit. Okay, whatever. I had my ticket to go, and it was like, you know, Austin to Phoenix, Phoenix to Austin. But I got there some other way from the first trip, and so I didn't make my first flight, but I had like checked in and shit. But I just wasn't on the flight. And then because of that, they ended up canceling my second flight. And so I didn't even know. And I had to like call their support or whatever. And they're like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. I was like, okay. And that was like after that's like the third time they fucked me over, making me like pay a bunch of shit. Yeah, I think what ended up happening is I was somewhere else for an event, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to take this flight, and I think like G2 paid for it or something, and so I still had this flight home, and I was gonna use that, but they were like, yeah, you can't do this, we canceled your flight because you didn't go on the first one. It's like, alright, that's cool, just take my money then. And after that one, I just never want to book American again. Just start aggressively crying and shitting on the floor and you'll be guaranteed to get free shit. Oops. Wow. Yes, sir. I just smoked achieves in 3s. Nice. Is this competitive? Yeah. I think I'm gonna dip from Squishy after this and just chill. Have you tried the I'm famous card? No. I would never even try to say some shit like that. That is, dude, that triggers me so much. Thank God I've never seen anybody from Rocket League do it, but when you hear stories about people being dicks to like the nightclub bouncers and shit like that, I'm like, my YouTube. Yeah, that sort of thing. It's sad. It's actually sad. Nice. Escalate it higher up with your manager. I'll wait on call till it's fixed. Jeez, that's a rough one. Imagine having to deal with that guy. Classics is making bank, dude. Dude, I wanted to ask him about it because he was talking before about how oh god. He was talking before about how he was gonna like talk about his losses and stuff like that. Or, like post losses, but he never really did. So I'm curious to know like how often he's losing. Because he's only posting the bangers, right? He says in for 1,000 or in for 500, out for 12,000, shit like that. Like that's an obvious banger. But I'm sure there's some days where he's like, oh, he's like up 200 and he doesn't post it, or I don't know how often he goes. I don't think he's actually losing money, but I'm curious to know about his losses because there's no way you'd win 100% of the time. He doesn't lose. Classics never takes an L. Yo, J-Wall, thank you for the 13 months, even though I already thanked it, but I'm gonna thank you again. Shit, he's up. Oh fuck! If I realized he was going off that, I would have just hit it over. I'm gonna try to qualify for the next iteration of NA Salt Mine. No.
Hey there, demons. It's me, your boy.
There's still a couple Papagers, but otherwise it's nice. I'm gonna call this because I want to get something to eat. I want to go to the bathroom.